You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my sweat. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for, so I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Yes, okay. Hey y'all, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 9 tonight, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice, okay? You know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. So since it is Friday, I want to make y'all laugh. We're going to have fun, okay? We got to talk about some other things. So let's see. Hold on, come on. Oh, here we go. Watch this, y'all. Let's go.
Razor blade in your mouth, green stuff in your stuff, Billy blunts in your purse, but that ain't enough. Turn it liquor bottles up with your man.
Okay. He jabbed it. Okay, he's jabbing. Look at him. Get into it. Yes, honey. Don't mess with old school. Don't mess with us, okay? Now, so I just wanted to share that with you guys to make you laugh, give you some enjoyment today. Today in Kentucky, it is beautiful. Okay, it is beautiful. Okay, so yes, okay. Now, I want to get into this this topic right here real quick. I've been telling y'all to be careful when you go to the doctor and all the things of the things, okay? So hold on, let me pull it up. Hey, Auntie. Let me see. Let's pull this up. I want y'all to be careful when you go to the doctor. Check this out. Hold on. Make sure y'all can see this. I'm going to try to take a nap because I'm planning on going bingo tonight, y'all. I just feel it in my shana, okay? Anywho, Drugmaker settles with Henrietta Lacks estate for profiting off of her stolen sales. They took this woman's sales, y'all. They took her sales. Lack's sales were taken from her tumor without her knowledge in 1951 and reproduced in the lab to enable major medical advancements, including the polio vaccine. 1951, y'all. And you can look at the huffpost.com and it has it there. And on my other computer real quick, I pulled it up. Let me see. Here we go. Right here. It says, okay, hold on. Let me scroll down. Novartis has settled a lawsuit by the estate of Henrietta Lacks that alleged that the pharmaceutical giant unjustly profited off her sales, which were taken from her tumor without her knowledge in 1951 and reproduced in the lab to enable major medical advancements, including the polio vaccine. Okay. Details of the agreement, which was finalized in federal court in Maryland this month, aren't public. The Lacks family and Swiss-based Novartis said in a joint statement that they are pleased they were able to find a way to resolve this matter filed by Henrietta Lacks' estate outside of court, but aren't commenting further. So if you really want to look into that, y'all, look into it. But I'm telling y'all, when you have these procedures and stuff done, make sure your family knows. Okay. Now, what I want to know, and I'm going to read this a little bit deeper. I'm going to get in, try to see if I can pull up the medical stuff. I'm going to use my medical degree and see if I can pull up the medical stuff. Okay. Because I really want to know, how did they know that her sales were stolen? Like, that's interesting. And it's interesting to me that somebody would find out that their person's sales were stolen. That's interesting, okay? So yeah, I wanted to touch bases on that to reiterate to you guys to be careful where you go to the doctor, what they do with your stuff, your blood samples, all the things of the things, okay? Just be careful because just like a lot of people don't remember because they don't watch the internet. But let's talk about it real quick. Do y'all remember when COVID first showed up on the scene publicly? Because COVID's always been around. There's a patent for COVID. But moving on, anything that has a patent means that it was created. Okay. So do y'all remember how they was asking all African American people to volunteer their cells, their blood and stuff? Because they wanted to see if it's vaccine worked on you and all that. Because I keep telling y'all, we are the mother and father of civilization. So if it works on us, it'll work on everybody. Okay. Now, from the sublime to the ridiculous. Okay, let's go. Now, this is going. I don't know, but all the rappers, this should give you pause for a cause, honey. This should give you pause for the cause. Do you hear me? So here we go right here. Okay. It's not funny, but it's funny. Check this out. Just in case y'all don't know what they're doing, they're robbing him. The rapper jumps in the crowd with his necklaces and stuff on, and they are robbing him. They are stealing his jewelry and stuff. That's why you see him say, stop, stop, help. Because they are, it's not funny. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. They are robbing him. Let's go. And what's so funny, none of his security guards jumped down there to even help him or protect him. That's what's crazy. Somebody would be getting fired, okay? They probably say if this dude jump out here, I'm taking all his jewelry. That's weird. Okay, right here it says his bodyguard ran to rescue him. I ain't seen it. What would make it's got to be in Africa somewhere? It's got to be because here in the United States, yeah, we not fascinated with it. They say if that dude jump off here, he gonna get robbed today. That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not funny. Lord help me, help me, because I don't. It's just not funny. Okay. Now, from the sublime to the ridiculous to the ridiculous. Okay. I mean, to both of them, to the ridiculous to the ridiculous. These teenagers, these new breed of teenagers, I think these babies are, they're not Similac baby. They have to be Isomil babies. These babies, I don't know what was in the formula when they was younger or whatever, but they not like me, my kids, and everything. They not like them. These are some new breeds of baby's kids or something. Check this out, y'all. What would you do if this happened to you? Check this out. Hold on. And the mother, just listen, shoot. Just listen. Let's go.
Tell your whole ass son to come outside.
Excuse me?
You're not slow. You heard me.
Tell your whole ass son to come outside. He's coming, but I'm coming
Come on, Daddy. I know that's right.
with him. And you need to go get your daddy. You need to go get your daddy, go get your aunt, go get your uncle, go get your mama, go get your grandmama, go get your whole crew. Because if you think you're going to come to my door or talking crazy like that, one, to my wife, two, about my child, and it's going to be no repercussions, these kids are out of control, man. These kids are out of control. That would never happen in my era. We would never disrespect a mother or a father like that. We had our problems. We're going to have our problems with you. And we're going to figure it out. And I get it. We all grew up in different places and different times, and things have changed. But for him to have the audacity to come to that door, I'm coming. Yeah, we coming. We coming outside. We coming outside. And we going right to your house when we get out there. But hell, I could be crazy. Tell me what you think.
Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna let y'all hear the first part again. Check us out.
Tell your whole ass son to come outside.
He said, tell your, when she said, excuse me, he said, you not slow. You heard me.
Excuse me?
You not slow. You heard me.
This is a new breed. This is a new breed of dumb. And this dumb got 6 B's. This is a new breed of dumb. These kids don't fear nothing. One, because all they get is a slap on the wrist. Here's the thing. You got a new breed of teenagers, are young kids, but you still got old laws. You got old laws from when my mama then was with them. Okay? The laws need to reflect these new dumb kids. If you don't care about going to jail, I don't care about sending you. How about that? How about that? If you don't care about getting locked up, I don't mind sending you. And I feel like the first offense, when it's something disegregious, the first, because you threatening him. You came to my house to threaten my child. So I think that should automatically be 1 year lockdown. Not, you're going to get a watch. You're going to get the little watch and you got to be home and all that. No. Go to the big house. Go to jail. For a whole year. You get out, you do something else, you going for 4 years. See how the time increased? Like I said, we got new dumb kids and we got old laws. The old laws are not working for these new dumb smart kids. Okay, it's just not. Now, I had something like this happen, 2 incidents, but I'm just gonna tell y'all about one. 2 incidents. We were living. Well, before we moved out here, we was living in a house and somebody kept hearing something. I was sitting in my living room and I kept hearing like commotion. I'm like, what? So I gets up and I looks out the window first and I see some people trying to hide. So then I open up the door. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, what? Because somebody knocked on I'm like, yeah, what? Is your son here? I said, yeah, and can you have him come outside? I said, oh, so you trying to fight my son? I said, hold on, no problem. Wait, 1 moment. I shut my door back. I called my son, which is my oldest son. I called my son. I said, come here for a minute. I said, it's a dude outside asking to speak with you, and I think he's trying to fight you. Do you know anything? What's going on? And he was like, Mama, he's just been trying to pick on me and all this and stuff. And I told him, dude, you don't want this. He said, and I walked on the way, like that. I said, oh, so he came to your house. He came to your house? I said, okay. I said, get your shoes on. He said, yes, ma'am. My son came out and so did I. What you're not going to do is jump my son. And see, unfortunately for you, little Nidra, he got a mama that's about their life. Okay? She's about their life. So, yeah, God changed me. But at any moment, that other side of me can come out. You better ask around, okay? So my son came out. I came out with him. I said, now, whoever want to fight him, he'll fight whoever, but you're going to fight him one at a time. And if I feel like y'all trying to jump my son, you got to deal with me. And I ain't nothing to deal with. You don't want to mess with me. And I guess they thought, dang, this woman talking all this stuff. Y'all, at this time, it was about 50, 60 kids in our yard. Didn't care and didn't. I called my husband. He's like, what's wrong, babe? I said, yeah, it's some kids over here trying to jump our son. He said, I'm on my way. Sure did, because see, my husband's about that life. Don't see, you got to know your opponent, boo. You got to know your opponent. And just in case you didn't know, around Kentucky and surrounding states, my husband is known as a knockout artist. You better ask your daddy, okay? All right? So, yeah, baby, when I tell you my son pissed me off, and I'm going to tell you why. I could tell my son didn't want to hurt him because he kept playing with him. Like he would stick him, with his fist. He go, ah. Like it hit him. Dude's head bounced back and everything. My son go, ah, ah. But he wasn't putting no into it because he didn't really want to hurt the boy. And I told my son this. I said, let me tell you something. I said, if you don't fight him, you're going to fight me. That's all it needs. That's all it needed to happen. But then I heard these other two dudes. Let me at him. I'll fight him. I'll fight him. I said, and if you hit my son, I'm going to hit you. Play with me if you want to. Because that dude was way older than my son. He was mad because his friend was getting dogged. You hit him, I'm going to hit you. Play with me. For real, I guess they thought, hey, everybody. Hey, well, the thing, smooches. Okay, a chin checker, I'm trying to told you, okay? So I guess they was like, either this woman is crazy or she got something. Next thing you know, here come this green station wagon turning the corner on two wheels. He ain't even parked. He got out in the middle of the street. Who won't fight my son? Who won't fight my son? Now ain't nobody got nothing to say. Everybody on mute. Okay? Nobody got nothing to say. He's like, he'll fight you. His daddy here now, he sure will. Baby, I got it. I'm like, I know you do, and I got it too. We both got it. Because he know me. Once I'm turned up, I'm up. You got to give me a moment to like come out of that mode. I was raised in the projects. Okay? Raised in the projects. I was the one my brothers came to get to fight girls so they wouldn't have to hit them. And sometime I be in middle school. These girls be sophomores and juniors in high school. And my little butt over just boom, 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 whooping people. Anywho, they went on about their business and everything. And after my son, you know, he wally mopped old dude. He got tired because then his daddy show up too. He's like, my mama already told me I'm gonna have to fight her. And now my daddy heard, man, they went on about their business, you know. And then one kid thought he was gonna punk my husband. He gonna walk up on my husband, and I forget if he got in his face or something. He said, man, get out of my face. He said, I'm trying not to hit you because you're a kid. He said, if I hit you, you're gonna sleep. He said, now get up out of my face like that. And the dude tried to do something. My husband yoked that dude up, took him off his feet. And all I started doing was calling my husband's name. Because usually when I call his name, he calms down. My late husband, he calms down. Oh my God, that dude was so scared. He ran home. So next thing we know, we standing out there, because I eventually called the cops too. So we standing out there, and here come the dude back with his uncle who just got out of the pen, walking out slow. You can tell he just got out of the pen too. He got that pen walk. He walking up the streets and, man, which one of y'all put y'all hands on my nephew? My husband said, I did. He said, man, I know you grown, dude, and you know, we don't touch other people's kids. He said, that's what's wrong. That's why they feel like they can do anything to an adult. He said, I asked him politely to get out of my yard and go home. He the only one trying to buck me, getting all up in my face and all that. He said, what? You did that to this grown man? See, the nephew didn't tell him that. The nephew just told him that this man grabbed him. And so eventually my husband and the uncle shook hands and everything, you know. My husband apologized. He said, dude, I tried not to hit him because I snapped. He said, the only thing I thought about is grabbing his little butt. He said, but you're right. I shouldn't have put my hands on him. You're right. You know, like that. He said, but tell him when somebody tell him to get up out of their yard, that's what they mean. He smacked that little boy in his head and everything. Like, you got to be coming down here facing this man when you disrespected him. I'm like, see, you would have ended up back in the penitentiary. So, yeah, it was a mess. So I understand what this daddy said. And let me tell you something else. I know a lot of women get mad at me, the single mothers and everything. I used to be a single mother, okay? So when I say what I'm saying, some of y'all always pissed at me. So, you know what I'm saying? What is my philosophy? It's better to be pissed than pissed on, okay? So it is a difference when you have a husband or a male, a responsible male in your household. There is a difference in the kids. Because sometimes it's the granddaddies there. Sometimes it's the uncles there. But if they stand tall and firm and they raising them kids the right way, it makes a difference. And a lot of times, some of the kids that act buck wild like it, like this dude did, this little young dude did, it's because he ain't got no male figure. And mama probably at work, I'm gonna give her a benefit of the doubt. She probably at work trying to, keep the bills paid and all this, and he's just left to himself, and he got his influence of his friends because he kept turning around like somebody was hiding. Okay, so but a lot of times, like my sons used to get mad at me because they friends could go anywhere they want to as long as they was back at a certain time. I ain't play that game. Now, if I can't, if you too far and you can't hear me call you, you too far. Because once I call your name, you got 30 seconds to answer me. See, we don't play all that. I don't care what time. Nope. No. And I think it's just weird. And so in this day and age, to me, these young boys need more of a parental male figure in their life than they've ever needed. Seriously, they really need men in their life. They need really good, strong men in their life because that's the only thing that's going to help turn them around. So, yeah. Anywho, move on. The next thing I want to talk about, y'all, we're going to talk about healing real quick. I told y'all once before about baking soda. I got baking soda. I told y'all about baking soda, okay? And Arm & Hammer baking soda, Red Mill baking soda, not baking powder, okay? Baking soda can heal so many elements. It was used back in time to actually heal, a lot of elements. One of the main things that baking soda does is heal your kidneys. Okay, it helps them function. It helps heal them. A whole lot of things. So I'm gonna play this particular video real quick. It's like a minute, and I want y'all to hear from this guy. This guy right here used to be on dialysis. He ended up getting a kidney and got off of dialysis, but he started telling everybody, about baking soda. Now, here's the funny thing. If you Google dialysis, what they do to clean your blood and your kidneys is they mix sodium bicarbonate. What is that? Baking soda to help your kidneys function. So if they already do that, why don't you take a little bit in the morning with just a little bit of water to make sure that your kidneys and your cells and stuff be in optimum shape. Okay, so here we are right here. And let me just say, all the men that have a hand in raising your children, kudos to you. My hat goes off to you. It is not easy being greasy, okay? My hat goes off to you. Thank you so much for showing up in your kids' life. I know there's some women that are butt cool crazy, okay? Because I had some people that I stopped dealing with. They were mad that the man didn't want them no more, but still wanted to be in the kids' life. And they was like, well, since you don't want to be with me, you can't see your kids. Since you got that woman over, give us some kids. Just monkey. Okay? I ain't never seen it in my life. What real woman don't want the man to help make the kids in their life? And he's a positive role model. Just because he don't want your gut up a country butt, now you mad and you trying to keep his kids away from him. Yeah, makes no sense to me, but what do I know, okay? What's up, Mixology? Hey, Sissy. Hey, JB. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share this with you guys, okay? Now, you don't have to have bad kidneys to start this. It's better if you do it now so that it can preserve your kidney and your kidney functions, okay? All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me make sure y'all can see this. My son, them going to wrestling tonight. I'm going to have my house to myself, but I think I'm going bingo. I really do think I'm going bingo.
Sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, tremendous, great stuff for people with kidney disease. Other study came out, just reading it, that talks about how most people with kidney disease have it and they're not even being treated, even when it shows up in the lab work that even doctors, conventional doctors, are looking at, because most of the time they're not doing the proper blood work to detect it. And the basic stuff, okay, Arm and Hammer, baking soda, Life Every Day, baking soda, pure baking soda here, not baking powder. You don't want baking powder, that's something else. Baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, the basic stuff's been used in studies, tremendous help for people with kidney disease. Most people with kidneys have acidosis, and nobody's testing for it. Nobody's looking at the right stuff. And it's so safe, this stuff. It's been out forever, hundreds of years, sold over the counter. It's so safe. The safety profile's excellent. Sodium bicarbonate, not sodium chloride. Chloride's the one that raises your blood pressure. You can try 1/5 of a teaspoon per day as a test and just see how you do.
Okay, so on top of your kidneys, y'all have a little thing. It looks like a mushroom a little bit. It's called adrenals. Okay, adrenals. All right, your adrenals can be burnt out and you not have any type of kidney issues. Okay, if you are somebody who stays tired all the time, no matter how much sleep you get, and your mind is boggled and you just racing and you got one thought after the other and all this stuff, that is one of the signs that you have adrenal burnout. Okay. Adrenals can be restored. Okay. But they do burn out. And especially if you've had any type of surgery, if your cortisone levels is high, all the things. Okay. So you would need something to jumpstart your adrenals again, get them back online. And it's called an adaptogen. Okay. An adaptogen, it brings, if your adrenals is too low, it brings it up. If your adrenals is too high, it brings it down. It adapts. It makes your adrenals adapt. Okay. One of the main herbs that you can use for adrenal fatigue is going to be ashwagandha. Okay. Ashwagandha is one that's good. Ginseng is another one. Okay. Also, you do know that your adrenals has to do with your stress level. Okay. It's what occupies your stress level, right? Rhodiola is another one that you can use. Rhodiola. I always say use 2. Okay. Use 2 of whatever I tell you. Because sometimes one it is not enough. So you might need it to be hit from different sides. Another one that I use is astragalus. Okay. I use astragalus for different reasons, but astragalus is still one. Licorice root, not the candy. Okay. Not the candy. Licorice root, holy basil. Okay. Reishi mushroom. Okay. And Shisandra. All right. So adrenal fatigue is really, 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 really a thing. Okay. Like I said, they're, at the doctor's office, they don't really tell you too much about your adrenals, but adrenal fatigue is really something. And when your cortisol is out of control and all the things, most of the time it's because your adrenals is low and it cannot produce the way that it should. And sometimes when your cortisol is too low, you have adrenal insufficiency. Okay. One of the signs of that is you have no tolerance for stress, like you just everything gets on your nerve. Salt craving, and that's how I knew my adrenals was low, especially this week, because I've been craving like salty foods. I even bought me some salt and vinegar chips. You see what I'm saying? It's like I couldn't get away from this craving. You can't sleep like you think you sleep, but you're tossing and turning and everything. You're kind of weak, you're fatigued. Okay. And what cortisol actually does, it helps your body respond to stress. Okay. So you do need cortisol. You just need it in the right spots, in the right way. It helps you maintain a healthy blood pressure, and it also counteracts the insulin resistance. Okay. All right. Most of the people who have adrenal insufficiency has autoimmune diseases. Okay. Sometimes tuberculosis, Okay. So, yeah. Another thing that you may know, you might have chronic cough, you might have a fever, you might have fungus, night sweats. Okay, it's many more things, but it's very important to make sure that you get your adrenals back online. Okay, and some of them herbs, them herbs that I mentioned, they are very good for your adrenals. Again, your adrenals sits on top of each kidney. You got one on each kidney. Okay, and so it controls things. And so, especially ashwagandha and astragalus and rhodiola, because them three I've used. Okay, is it one more that I've used? But them three, like ashwagandha, I use every day. Okay, every day. Like I use it, either I put it in my coffee or I take it before I go to bed because it relaxes you and things. So does ashwagandha, and I'm gonna break those down some other time. Those are gonna be the feature herbs that we do. So I wanted to let you guys know that and everything. So again, did I speak to you, Catherine Boo? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Again, so if you're having issues with your kidneys, okay, you really need to start baking soda ASAP. Baking soda therapy ASAP. If you're not, but you know you're older, are you taking a lot of medication? Are you a diabetic? Because you know one of the things that happens with diabetics is they lose their kidney function. They also can lose their eyesight. They also can get nerve endings in their feet that'll stop working. Okay, so you need to jump on this ASAP. All right, take a little bit and mix it in some water early in the morning on an empty stomach, or mix it in something. Like I'm a coffee drinker, y'all. So most of the time I put stuff in my coffee. One, because it's hot, and most of the time when you drink stuff that's hot with a herb or something, it busts it open in your cells and your systems quicker than it would if you drink cold something. Okay, so that's why you always hear me say I added it to my coffee. I put it in my coffee because it gets in your system quicker. It gets in your cells quicker. Okay. And you know it doesn't delay. It doesn't have to go around all these other things and all that and stuff. So it's very important to do that. Any older person that you know that's dealing with adrenal fatigue, let them know as well that if you just start with a little bit of something, okay. What's up, Dham? If you start with a little bit of something, that it will help you, okay. One of the other things, let me see, let me give y'all 7 more. Hold on. If I got 7 more, hold on. You should be able, one of the best ways to do it too is if you can hold your breath. See how long you can hold your breath. Time yourself. See how long you can hold your breath. You should be able to at least hold your breath a minute. If you at a point to where you hold your breath and within 30 seconds, 40 seconds, it feel like you're going to pass out, then your adrenals need some help. Okay. Also, adrenal fatigue, when you walking up the steps, you get burnt out so quick. You're like, whoo, Lord, why am I? Whoo, yeah, adrenal fatigue. Okay. So a lot of y'all have been wondering, even my mama was like, I don't understand. I'm taking, iron pills and, stuff that the doctor's giving me, but I still stay tired and and everything. And I told her, I said, you know what, let's take a look at something real quick, and I told her, what you need, I want you to try this. And I said, instead of going and buy it, come by my house, I'll give you some, because I stay stocked up on herbs. I said, come by my house and I give you 4 or 5, and you take one for the next 5 days and tell me how you feel. Okay. So if what I give her works, that means her adrenals is burnt out. Okay. Her adrenals is burnt out. So, yeah, just wanted you guys to know that, since I was talking about the kidneys today and everything. Sometimes if you on an antidepressant, that can affect your adrenals too and burn them out. So you really got to, that's why I always tell y'all, let me say this real quick. That's why I always tell y'all to detox. If you're taking pharmaceutical medication or if you're taking herbs, you need to give your body a rest. Like, you do have to detox your cells and stuff. Stay away from milk. Stay away from sweets unless it's like fruit. No meats. Detox. Get you some good juice, you know, like straight. I advocate for grape juice. Grapes are an astringent. An astringent pulls the bad stuff from your cells, from your organs and stuff like that. It's an astringent. So a lot of times when I promote grape juice, okay, if you can't just eat grapes, I promote grape juice. And the darker the berry, the what? The sweeter the juice. And that's the truth. When you're doing a detox, and you're doing with grapes, you want them the purple grapes, okay? You want the grape juice, the dark kind. All right. So that's something you can do as well. Um, Also, you could fast, like stop eating at 7 p.m. in the afternoon and don't eat until the next day around, let's just say 2 or 3. That's not a 12-hour fast, but it's a fast nevertheless. Because a lot of y'all eat the most at night. Y'all eat the most at night. Okay. Now, when I went to medical school, they was thinking about flipping the chart. Okay, so you know on the chart, it always tells you to eat the most at dinner at night, right? You eat the least in the morning, the pyramid goes all the way down, and you eat the most at night. But when we did some studying, y'all, if you flip the pyramid, okay, which is how African Americans should be eating. If you flip the pyramid, your very first meal should be your fullest meal that you eat. Whatever you want to eat for breakfast, whether it be pork chops, whatever. You see what I'm saying? I'm making a point. Your very first meal should be your heaviest meal. And I'm telling you why. The rest of the day, you got the rest of the day to burn that off. So that way, when you go to bed, you on your lightest meal possible. And while you sleep, it doesn't take your body that much to burn the rest of it. Okay. But if you make your worst meal your last meal, then your body is trying to burn all it off. And that's why some of that sticks to you and you gain weight and you get GERD and all this other stuff. And you like, I don't know why I can't, because the pyramid needs to be flipped upside downwards. And I always tell people, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, if you're having some issues, try that. Try what I'm saying. If it never works, then go back to the way it was. No harm, no foul. Go back to the way that it was. But for African American, Black people, FBAs, whatever you call yourself, okay? If you was born over here in America, all right, you need to be doing your heaviest meals in the morning. And that way you tapering yourself off. You taper it. And if you eat your very heaviest meal in the morning, I don't know about y'all, but have y'all ever went to a buffet for breakfast? And you get the pancakes, you get all these eggs, you get bacon, you get grits. Like, I mean, you really, really do it up. You get your money's worth. And all day you full. All day you full. You be like, I had a good breakfast this morning. I'm full. Why do y'all think that is? So if it works for that case, hello, her. If it works for that, what you think it's going to do for you? You take multivitamins, okay. So yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, I'm into health. I'm into healing. I'm into health, okay? I'm not like your regular doctors. I don't even play one on TV, okay? But I do help people. A lot of people that I've helped had cancer, and praise God, they don't have it no more. A lot of people has had a lot of things that God has blessed me to help them with because they listen. Now, a lot of y'all don't believe nobody but your doctor, and all he made you was a customer. That's it. If you look back from the time you've been taking their medication, you may have gotten a little better, but nothing else has happened since then. And you keep taking the medicine because you believe in your doctor. And I'm not anti-doctor. Don't think I am, because I'm not. I'm anti-bad doctor. Just like I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad cop. Everything in its respective places, okay? So all I'm saying is, don't shut me down yet because I'm not saying what your favorite doctor is saying. Maybe I know a little something. Maybe, just maybe, I might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if you just try to take me at my word and say, you know what? In March, I'm going to take these days right here and I'm going to do what these 4 days in a row, and I'm going to do what Creole said, and I'm going to see how I feel. No harm, no foul. I ain't telling you not to eat unless you're going to do a fast. Fast means to abstain from. Okay? To abstain from. So, all I'm saying is give it a try. Give it a try. I used to come on here and talk all the time about diabetes because a lot of my butterflies suffer with diabetes. Some are pre-diabetics, some are diabetics, been diabetics. One person will almost get their toe amputated, and praise God. God gave me what to say at the right time, and they still got their toes and their feet, and they doing wonderful. Okay. When I tell y'all to email me, I don't be saying it because it sounds good. I mean, if you at a point of no return and you've tried everything the doctor said and you don't feel like you get no better, it may be time to listen to somebody. Now, some of y'all, I know I can't help because you got all the answers. I keep telling y'all, some of y'all got all the answers. No matter what I say, it's a no. You don't understand. You don't know what you're talking about. No, blah, 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 blah. So I told you, I don't buck the system. If you tell me no, it's a no, and I don't argue about it. That's your body. But you speaking to somebody, and no offense to the people who done had surgery, please don't. If it don't apply, let it fly. I keep telling you, because if you come for me, I'm going to come for you. Okay? It just is what it is. I'm talking about my experience. You're talking to a woman who was 309, and walked and took herbs and fasted and I combined two things. I did 1 meal a day and intermittent fasting at the same time. And within a year, 1 year, okay, no surgery. Within 1 year, I went from 309 to 198. So I'm not telling y'all something. I ain't been skinny all my life. None of the sorts. None of that. I said to myself, surgery didn't put this on me. Surgery will not be what I do to take it off. I got to have control over my life, and I got to have control over my mouth. Even though I gained most of my weight from the Depo-Provera shot. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I got that shot twice. And when the third time came around, I declined it. But at that time, it had already mutated my genes and everything. And my doctor wrote in the file, she's allergic to something in the Depo-Provera that has caused her to balloon. And then after that, I was like, oh, well, I'm fat now. I never was sloppy. I always look good, because, hey, I love me. But I was thickums, 308. I was thickums, okay? And then I just got to a point, I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't going to work for me. This is not going to work for me, okay? Let's go. Let's come on, Coco. Let's get it together. Let's do the thing. And sometimes y'all seen some of my videos. I know King, shout out to Anthony McNeil. He told me not too long ago, he said, I miss seeing you walk. He said, you used to do your videos walking. And I did. I used to walk all the time. People say she is always walking. Because I was determined I was going to lose my weight. Thank God it worked. Now I'm going to go full throttle starting in March, because I got a certain amount of time to get these 25 pounds back off of me that my doctors put on me. And I told them from now on, I'm not listening to y'all at all. Not about that. Because I got too many cute clothes, honey, that I went and bought last summer. She was ready. She ready. Honey, you think nah, we ain't buying no more clothes. Absolutely not. We're going to fit into them. And we're going to fit into them lusciously and lovely, okay? So anyway, y'all know I got issues. Pray for me. What's up, shaker, boo? So yes, honey. Yes. Make sure, and I got some friends that they're heavy, but they're healthy. Okay? They're heavy, but they're healthy. You know why? They move all the time. It's all about the cardio. I'm telling y'all, it's all about the cardio. And if you a pop lover and that's all you do is drink soda or pops or whatever you call them, because I know different states call them different things, you need to back up off of those. Seriously, then they're no good for you at all. If you just gotta have one, why don't you fast that? Like instead of having one or two a day, why don't you pick every other day that you reward yourself with that? Like I gave up during that year I told y'all that I gave up meat. For 4 months, I gave up meat. I didn't think I could do it because, baby, a chicken wing ain't never been an enemy to me. Okay? Chicken wing with some hot sauce or pork chop with some hot sauce, baby. Who? But I did. I gave it up because I wanted my health. I wanted to be smaller. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. When I had a taste for meat, I fried me some portobello mushrooms, the little bitty ones, not the real big ones, because they got some small portobellos too. So I battered them things up like I did my chicken, like I would my chicken, deep fried them son of a guns, honey, when they came out, threw some hot sauce on them, and baby, you talking about good. I would fix me a fruit salad. I would fix me a strawberry spinach salad, made my own dressing. Just when I had to have something sweet, absolutely. And then one of the things that I did eat when I had a sweet tooth, and I didn't eat it too much, but I would reward myself, was a Rice Krispie treat. A Rice Krispie treat. Yep. Yeah, clothes are expensive, man. I ain't got time for that. Now, it was different when I was married, okay? Because my husband had me on a good old allowance for different things, okay? Long as the bills and stuff was taken care of, honey, Mister would be like, hey, you ain't been shopping in a while. I'm like, baby, I just went shopping last week. He's like, I don't care. Here, go get you 3 more outfits. See, I mean, I'm just saying. Okay? So, but I ain't married right now, okay? I was not married. So, yeah, I ain't gonna be trying to play big when small got me. You feel me? I ain't got nothing to impress nobody with it. He was my husband. I always wanted to look good for him. But I could have walked around with a sack over my head and that man still would have loved my drawers. Do you hear me? So, yeah. But yeah, and I'm trying to do other things with these finances. I am. Y'all can't tell y'all too much of my business. Drink your water, man, your business. That's what we do over here, okay? But I am really focused on doing other things. I'm trying to make a legacy. I'm trying to make a legacy. I am doing it for my children's children, which is my grandchildren, okay? Leaving a legacy for my children's children. I am all for that right now. I've been having different dreams, y'all, without getting off subject. I've been having different dreams about my company. And like now is the time to do this second company. I'm like, Lord, okay, here we go. So, I just got things I want to do, things I want to accomplish, and everything. And so that's why I say, honey, yeah. Let me see. But yeah, y'all. Do you. I'm not telling you not to do you. Do you. Do you. Another thing I used to do, I used to go to Starbucks and get me that green matcha tea thing. Baby, when I tell you there was some good drinking. Oh. So yeah, I didn't deprive myself, y'all. I just switched it. Like for sweets, I found healthier sweets. And you can fill up on salads. I've never eat any meat in my salads. I don't know, y'all think it's weird, but I never eat meat in my salads. What's the sense of eating a salad if all you're gonna have is meat? That's a whole meal. When you break it all down and you look at all the meat you got in your salad, that's a whole meal plus some. And I hear people say, I eat salads all the time. I eat a chef salad. I eat one for dinner, one for lunch. No, I eat one for lunch every day of the week when I go to work. Well, baby, that, and then you going home and eating, then you're overeating. You're overeating. But do you? All I am supposed to just enlighten y'all, give you something else to think about. That's it. That's it. You're going to still be cool with me whether you do it or not. It just is what it is. Okay? My ultimate goal, I'm trying to get back on my skates, y'all. I really am. I love to skate. I love to roller skate. I used to be in the Louisville Rollers. Okay. My daddy used to be a roller guard at Robin's Roost. If you know, you know, here in Kentucky. He used to be a guard. He was a guard on up until he was 64 years old. He was still crisscrossing and spinning on his skates and all that. Baby, I'm great. I'm trying to keep the legacy. I want to get back on my skates. So yeah, that's my focus, you know. Um, I supposed to been going skating last night, and I was asleep. Didn't even go. But I'm gonna start going. I'm gonna record from her and everything too. Let y'all see my little buddies them get down. They travel to other states. They in a skate club and they travel to other states. Other states come here. Matter of fact, they come here in September. September is our month to host other cities. You know, they have skating rinks and stuff like that. They come here in September. It's called Straight Skate. I think that's what it is, Straight Eight Skate or something like that. They have a video channel, and a lot of times you can see a lot of Kentucky skaters on that channel, you know, and everything. That's one thing my late husband could not do. He could not roller skate at all, but he used to love watch me skate. He loved to watch me skate, but everything else that man could do, pool, bowling, anything else sport related, that man was a beast at. Do you hear me? So, you know. But yeah. Let me see. Prayers up. Okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, y'all. Last but not least, I shared a video of what is his name? Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins, reiterating what I had already prophesied to you guys about the water shortage. Now you can live without many things, but water ain't one. Okay. And unless it rains and you catch rainwater and know how to filter it, uh, running out of water is in 911. So I've been telling my people for the last 5 years to stock up on water. Okay. And I've been saying, you know, rotate it out and everything, see how long the water lasts and blah, blah, blah. So now I'm telling you all again, get you some jugs of water, stock up on water. Okay. You need, depending on how many people you have in your household, you need at least four. If you're going to do gallons, you need at least 4 gallons per person. Because you're going to have to cook with it. You're going to have to wash with it, you know, your body. You're going to have to drink it, you know. So, yeah, if you're getting like cases, then, you know, you got to do what you got to do with that and everything. So make sure, and don't tell her out of your business. Because when crunch time happened, a lot of people that didn't pay attention, a lot of people thought it wasn't going to happen. I just ain't going to, and they know you got it. They'll try to shoot you and break in your house and everything because they're going to be in survival mode. Okay? Going to be in survival mode. So now make sure that you get yours, put it up, do what you got to do. Hide it, you know, put it somewhere where nobody would ever think to look and take care of you. Okay? Let me make sure this is all I wanted to say. Hold on. My son and his girlfriend. Why ain't this remote moving? Oh, okay. My son and his girlfriend, they going to WWE tonight. So that's why I said I really should be staying home and everything, but I think I do want to go bingo. I really do want to go to bingo tonight. If I do, I'll probably do I'll probably do a little recording, let y'all see, you know, I'm at the bingo. Last time I went, I hit first game. So a friend of mine hit the pick 4 and got $2,700. She came and told me today, she said, she said, I went to go pick up my money. The IRS took $590. She said, I was fired up. She said, because I don't make payment arrangements with them. I don't know why they would take my money. I said, because anytime you have a lump sum like that, whether you made payment arrangements or not, they want their money right out top. I said, that's not even a earning. That's a free for all. I said, so of course, yeah, they was going to take theirs. You lucky you ain't owe the whole thing because they would have took the whole thing, you know. So she said, but her husband did something at work where there was levels to it, some type of, they bet on something like the game, they had brackets or whatever, and he ended up winning $1,100. And when he came home, he gave her $550. She said, so I almost get it all back. I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. Them type of husbands think about their wives, you know. So, but yeah. So I'm like, so I have to check and see if my pick four hit, because I forgot to check it. I really did. Um, and everything. I do that every now and then. I don't do it often, but I do it every now and then. And she told everybody me and her number, because me and her number was coming out. It came out on Mother's Day. It came out the week after Mother's Day. Like it was falling like free for all. And she told everybody about it, and that number ain't came out since. I'm like, see, I told you not to tell them bad luck people about our number. Shoot. Now we gotta wait to see if we're gonna get blessed again. I'm like, Lord. But that child is the only one that I know, y'all, for real, who she's lucky like it. Like she'll go to her store in her neighborhood. You know, now at some of these stores, I don't know how it is in y'all area, but in Kentucky, now that these little corner stores, they got the slot machines. Okay. And so you can go in there and play the slot machines and all of this and stuff. And she goes in there, and if she don't hit at least once or twice a week for like 1,300, baby, I don't know. This girl, she just got the Midas touch. It was only another girl that when I used to work for, what's the name of that bank? I forgot the name of that bank. Anyway, I used to work at a bank. I used to work at a bank 3 times, three different banks, 3 different branches. But anyway, this girl, she should say, I'm going on break. She said, I'm going on my lunch. I'm going such. You want something? I'm like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know, she's like, okay. She come back. She be like, guess what? I said, what? She said, how come I bought the scratch off and I hit for $5,000? I'm like, you lying. She said, no, I ain't. Show me her printout. I mean, and I know I'm just mentioning that one thing, but no, this was like every time this chick left to go to lunch, she buy a scratch off. If she didn't hit, my name ain't Coco. And that's the truth. It may not have always been 5,000, but it'd be like 100, 300. Like for real, the lowest she ever got was 100. I'm like, what is going on? How does these people hit all like that and stuff? But yeah, so I don't advocate for that, you know, especially if it's against your religion, or if you having money issues. I wouldn't advocate for that, because everybody named mama want to hit the lottery when they got money issues. Okay. Sometimes that's a fool's bet. You be done paid the $10 you need for gas to try to hit the lottery, and then you still don't win. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait until you got enough to where if you don't win, you won't miss it. That's how I play bingo. I go to bingo, I buy the package, and then 2 extra things. One is the cover all, because that's always $1,000. And the other one is, I forgot what that is, and that's always $1,000. That's the only 2 extra I buy. But all them pull tabs and stuff, nope. You ain't getting my money like that. Absolutely not. And I mean, them people be like, hey, yeah, give me 20. Hey, give me that. I'll be like, where y'all get all this money for pull tabs? Because a pull tab is $1 each. Anyway, I guess I'm just poor. For now, my money's a little short for now. Okay, just for now. Trust me when I tell y'all, I'm rich. Hey, I'm rich. I keep telling y'all, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, and by the way, I'm making a plea to you all. Can y'all please go to McDonald's? Please. I don't care what you get. You can get a coffee. You can get a slushie. Don't have slushies. You can get a pop. You can get a hamburger. Get some fries. Today is Fry Friday. If you got the app, I think you get your large fry for free. Yeah. Please go to McDonald's for me. And in March, I'm gonna need y'all to go like at least every other day and buy something. Okay. If you know why I'm saying that, you know. If you know, then you know. Now here's the thing. I have stock, right, in General Electric. Okay. I will share that. I have stock in General Electric. And General Electric has been really rebounding and doing some other things. And I'm wondering how long it's going to be before I see that in my stocks. Seriously. I think when I get out here, I'm going to check my email and just to make sure they ain't sent me no update and everything. Because I'm kind of wondering about that. I'm like, come on now, y'all doing the things of the things. I need that to reflect. You feel me? But anyway, I think it's all I wanted to say. I showed y'all about the rapper. We talked about parenting for teens, and I told y'all about the lawsuit that the family got from the pharmaceutical company, which was a blessing. I'm going to research that and see how they knew that this company has stole their family members' sales. That's odd to me. Like, seriously, how do you know that they stole? Evidently they knew the company knew they was on to something because they never would have agreed to the settlement. But I want to know what made them look into that to see that this company stole their sales. What I mean by sales is cells, the cells in your body. Okay. If you missed that story, go back at the beginning of the live because that's the first story I talked about. Go back at the beginning of the live and look at that. And I always tell y'all, please give me a click and a view. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And also, don't forget, I always tell y'all that no matter what the test, I always do your best. And if you do want to send me a cash app, it is flowing at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Coco KY 929. Coco KY 929. And the C's are capitalized. The KY is capitalized 929. Okay. And it should come up Creole. That's what it should say. So, I guess it's gonna be some bingo tonight. I guess y'all bingo. Cause see, right now, I'm gonna say it like this. It's not serious. Catch. Anywho. Let me.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
From Kentucky to the world.
Okay.
It's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly. Spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, Libra balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she calm the storm. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. When she walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long little queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight.